Born into the shadow of a global legend, Ziggy Marley has spent decades carving out a legacy that is entirely his own. From his humble roots in Kingston to becoming an 8-time Grammy Award winner and a powerhouse entrepreneur, his journey is a masterclass in resilience and evolution. With an estimated net worth exceeding $20 million, he has transformed the Marley name into a modern-day empire of music, wellness, and philanthropy. But how does the eldest son of reggae's king balance such immense wealth with the spiritual groundedness of his heritage? Join us as we step inside the private world of Ziggy Marley, early life and struggles. The story of David Nesta Marley, known to the world as Ziggy, begins in the vibrant yet volatile streets of Trenchtown, Kingston. Born in October 1968, he was the first son of Bob and Rita Marley, arriving at a time when his father's music was beginning to ignite a global revolution. Growing up in Jamaica during this era meant living at the intersection of profound cultural pride and extreme social unrest. The Marley household was never just a home. It was a hub of creativity, spirituality, and political tension. From his earliest years, Ziggy was immersed in the sights and sounds of the reggae movement, often sitting quietly in the corner of recording sessions, watching his father craft the anthems that would change the world. However, the weight of being a Marley came with dangers that no child should have to face. One of the most defining and harrowing moments of his youth occurred in 1976, when he was just 8 years old. Political violence in Jamaica had reached a boiling point, and an assassination attempt was made on his parents at their home on Hope Road. Ziggy witnessed the aftermath of the shooting, a traumatic event that left both his mother and father wounded. The image of his parents being targeted for their message of peace left an indelible mark on his psyche, teaching him at a tender age that standing for one's beliefs comes with a heavy price. This experience did not break his spirit. Instead, it forged a sense of quiet strength and a realization that he had a duty to carry forward the torch of consciousness. As the family sought safety, moving from the density of Kingston to the more secluded hills of Bull Bay, Ziggy's life became a blend of rugged island living and the burgeoning responsibilities of the eldest son. He spent his days running through the mountains and playing football on the beach, yet he was always acutely aware of the expectations placed upon him. Following his father's untimely passing in 1981, the 13-year-old Ziggy found himself propelled into a role of leadership within the family. He wasn't just a teenager grieving a parent, he was the heir to a spiritual and musical throne. The transition from a carefree child in the ghetto to a young man bearing the mantle of the Marley legacy was fraught with pressure and public scrutiny. Despite the lack of material riches in those early Jamaican years, the wealth of wisdom passed down by his parents became the foundation upon which he would build his future. The grit and spiritual strength Ziggy developed during those challenging formative years became the fuel for a career that would eventually see him step out from his father's immense shadow to claim his own throne. Career journey. The professional trajectory of Ziggy Marley is a fascinating study of an artist who managed to honor a legendary past while fearlessly pioneering his own future. His journey didn't begin in a rehearsal room, but rather on the world stage alongside his siblings. In 1979, a young Ziggy led the Melody Makers, a group that served as a vessel for the Marley children to carry their father's message. This wasn't just a family hobby, it was a professional powerhouse. By the late 1980s, the group had achieved global stardom with the release of Conscious Party. This album was a watershed moment, earning Ziggy his first Grammy Award for Best Reggae Recording. Hits like Tomorrow People proved that he possessed the melodic sensibility to dominate mainstream charts without sacrificing the conscious lyrics that defined his heritage. As the 90s progressed, Ziggy continued to refine his sound, winning 2 more Grammys with the Melody Makers before making the courageous decision to go solo in the early 2000s. This transition was a pivotal risk. His debut solo album, Dragonfly, released in 2003, was a departure from the traditional reggae structures. It incorporated rock and world music elements, signaling his intent to be viewed as an independent artist. This period of self-discovery culminated in the 2006 masterpiece, Love Is My Religion. The album, released on his own independent label Tuff Gong Worldwide, won another Grammy and solidified his status as a self-reliant mogul. By taking control of his masters and distribution, he bypassed the traditional industry gatekeepers, a move that significantly boosted his net worth and artistic freedom. Ziggy's career in the 2020s has been defined by his role as a multimedia visionary. He didn't just stay behind the microphone, he expanded into literature, voice acting, and social entrepreneurship. His brand, Ziggy Marley Organics, became a leader in the non-GMO food space, reflecting his personal commitment to wellness. Perhaps his most significant recent achievement was his role as a producer on the 1924 blockbuster biopic Bob Marley, One Love. Ziggy was the primary guardian of the project, ensuring the film captured the authentic spiritual essence of his father rather than a hollow Hollywood caricature. Today, with 8 Grammy Awards and a legacy of business innovation, his career is a testament to the power of evolution. He has successfully navigated the transition from son of a king to a sovereign ruler of his own multifaceted media empire, proving that his work ethic is just as formidable as his talent. Having conquered the music industry and built a diversified business empire, Ziggy has channeled his success into an incredible portfolio of luxury real estate, sanctuaries that offer both privacy and peace. Real estates: the Toluca Lake Estate, $5,500,000. The centerpiece of Ziggy's real estate holdings is a magnificent Spanish Mediterranean-inspired mansion located in the prestigious Toluca Lake neighborhood of Los Angeles. Valued at $5,500,000, this residence serves as the primary family hub, offering an unparalleled blend of security and elegance. Upon entering, guests are greeted by a breathtaking 2-story circular foyer that sits beneath a dramatic dome ceiling. This rotunda creates an immediate sense of grandeur and light, with a sweeping staircase that leads to the upper levels. The flooring throughout the main living areas features a seamless combination of hand-hewn wood planks and cool stone, providing a tactile connection to natural materials. The heart of the home is a sun-drenched chef's kitchen, designed for both high-end culinary creation and casual family gatherings. It features professional-grade appliances integrated into custom cabinetry and a large central island topped with heavy stone. This space flows effortlessly into a spacious family room, where massive walls of glass disappear into the structure, creating a seamless transition between the indoor comforts and the lush greenery of the backyard. The living rooms are anchored by several fireplaces with intricate stone mantels, offering warmth and a focal point for evening conversations. The master suite is a spa-inspired retreat, boasting its own set of fireplaces and a sprawling veranda that overlooks the surrounding treetops. The bathrooms are finished with polished stone surfaces and feature deep soaking tubs and rain showers. Outside, the property is designed for active family life, featuring a basketball court and a sparkling outdoor pool that serves as the focal point of the manicured grounds. The Beverly Hills Modern Sanctuary, $3,100,000. Further west in the iconic hills of Beverly Hills, Ziggy maintains a second residence valued at $3,100,000. This property offers a more modern and minimalist aesthetic compared to the Toluca Lake Estate. The interior is characterized by its soaring vaulted ceilings and an open-concept layout that emphasizes a feeling of boundless space. Large floor-to-ceiling glass panels are used extensively, allowing the golden California light to permeate every corner of the home. The design philosophy here is one of quiet sophistication, where the focus is on the quality of the materials rather than ornate decoration. The kitchen in this residence is a masterpiece of modern design, featuring sleek, handleless cabinetry and integrated high-tech cooking systems. It opens directly onto a dining area that feels as though it is floating above the canyon below. The flooring is a consistent polished stone that reflects the light, creating a bright and airy atmosphere. Each bedroom is designed as a private suite, with high-end fixtures and direct access to various terraces. The transition between the indoor living spaces and the outdoor pool area is almost invisible, with wide sliding glass doors that stay open during the warm summer months. The pool itself is a stunning feature, designed with clean lines and surrounded by a stone deck that offers complete privacy for sunbathing or quiet reflection. This home represents the sleek, professional side of Ziggy's life, providing a calm environment for creative work and high-level business meetings. The North Coast Island Retreat, $2 million. Rounding out his impressive portfolio is a coastal escape located on the north coast of his native Jamaica, valued at approximately $2 million. While less expensive than his California estates, this property holds immense sentimental and cultural value. It is built in a traditional Caribbean luxury style, utilizing local timber and stone to create a home that breathes with the ocean air. The layout is designed for maximum airflow, with high thatch-style ceilings and wide-open corridors that eliminate the need for artificial cooling. The interior spaces are relaxed and communal, featuring a chef's kitchen equipped with a wood-fired oven and stone countertops. The living areas are filled with heavy wooden furniture and natural fibers, echoing the textures of the island. The bedrooms are airy and simple, with large windows that capture the sound of the nearby waves. The primary feature of this retreat is the expansive terrace that leads directly to a private outdoor pool. The pool area is nestled among tropical flora, providing a secluded oasis where Ziggy can reconnect with his roots. This home is where the Marley family gathers for holidays, away from the hustle of Los Angeles, embracing a lifestyle of simplicity and spiritual rejuvenation. While his homes provide a magnificent stationary retreat, Ziggy's lifestyle of conscious luxury is also reflected in the impressive and eco-friendly fleet he chooses to drive when he's on the move. Car collection. In the world of the ultra-wealthy, car collections are often about flash and excess, but for Ziggy Marley, his garage is a reflection of a life lived with intention. His selection of vehicles perfectly mirrors his dual identity as a high-profile Los Angeles resident and a humble son of the Caribbean who prioritizes the health of the planet. Leading his collection is the Tesla Model X Plaid, a vehicle that costs approximately $130,000. This car is the ultimate statement of Ziggy's commitment to a sustainable future. It's not just a means of transport, it's a high-tech sanctuary where he often finds peace during the heavy traffic of Southern California. For a father of 7, the Falcon Wing doors and the expansive interior offer the practical utility needed for family life, while the silent electric motors align with his meditative and quiet personality. He treats this vehicle as a rolling office and a family lounge, a space where modern innovation meets environmental responsibility. The lack of engine noise allows him to focus on music or simply enjoy the silence of the road, making it his most used vehicle for navigating his professional life in the city. When the paved roads of the city end and the rugged terrain of his adventures begins, Ziggy turns to his Land Rover Defender 110. Valued at roughly $95,000, this vehicle is a nod to the rugged landscapes of Jamaica. It's a car that tells a story of resilience and capability. Ziggy has often spoken about his love for the outdoors, and the Defender is the tool that takes him there. Whether he is driving through the winding hills of the Santa Monica Mountains or visiting more secluded coastal areas, this car provides a sense of connection to the earth. It is built for endurance rather than speed, much like Ziggy's own career. Inside, the design is functional and robust, capable of handling the wear and tear of a life spent traveling between recording studios and nature retreats. Rounding out his collection is a vehicle that highlights his practical and grounded nature. The Toyota RAV4 Prime. With a price tag of around $50,000, this plug-in hybrid is the unsung hero of his fleet. It represents the everyman side of a superstar who hasn't forgotten his roots. Ziggy uses this car for daily errands and long-distance trips, where reliability and efficiency are the top priorities. It's a vehicle that doesn't scream for attention, but performs its duties with quiet excellence. This choice reflects a man who values resources and avoids unnecessary waste, preferring a car that gets the job done without a massive carbon footprint. Together, these three vehicles tell the story of a man who balances the demands of extreme wealth with a deep spiritual respect for the world around him. Yet, for all the high-end machinery and sprawling estates, the most vital part of Ziggy's world isn't something that can be bought. It's the deep-rooted family ties and the unique philosophy that keep him grounded. Personal life. While his public persona is one of a world-renowned reggae artist, the private life of Ziggy Marley is anchored by a deep sense of family and a surprisingly quiet, introspective nature. Since 2004, Ziggy has been married to Orly Age Marley. Their relationship is often cited as one of the most stable and supportive in the industry. Orly, who worked as a vice president at an elite talent agency, brought a sharp business acumen to the Marley household, eventually becoming the president of Ziggy's label. Together, they have built a home environment that prioritizes stability for their 4 children. This partnership is the foundation of Ziggy's modern life, providing a grounded contrast to the often chaotic world of global entertainment. One of the most intriguing aspects of Ziggy's personality is his self-description as a loner. Despite growing up in a famous, sprawling family and performing for millions, he has frequently expressed a profound need for solitude. He finds his greatest peace when he is alone with his thoughts, often engaging in meditation or solitary walks to clear his mind. This trait is a direct reflection of his father's more spiritual side, but Ziggy has tailored it to fit his own life in the 21st century. He is not a man of the Hollywood party scene. Instead, he prefers the company of his inner circle and the quiet of his various retreats. This need for space is something he has navigated openly within his marriage, viewing it as an essential component of his mental health and creative process. However, being a Marley has not been without its share of public scrutiny and controversy. Ziggy has often found himself at the center of complex discussions regarding the management of his father's vast estate. Over the years, there have been legal tensions regarding the commercialization of Bob Marley's image and the distribution of assets among the many Marley siblings. Ziggy has frequently acted as the unofficial spokesperson and mediator during these times, a role that carries immense pressure. He has faced criticism from those who feel the family has been too protective or, conversely, too commercial with the Marley name. He has addressed these criticisms with a characteristic calmness, asserting that his primary goal is to preserve the integrity of his father's message while ensuring the family remains united. Beyond his family and his music, Ziggy's personal life is defined by his humanitarian spirit. Through his organization, URGE, Unlimited Resources Giving Enlightenment, he has dedicated a significant portion of his wealth and time to improving the lives of children in Jamaica, Ethiopia, and beyond. This commitment to community is not a PR move. It is a core part of his identity as a Rastafarian. He views his success not as a personal achievement, but as a tool to be used for the collective good. Whether he is advocating for environmental protection or funding education for the underserved, Ziggy's actions consistently mirror the values of peace and unity he sings about. His personal life is a quiet but powerful continuation of the Marley mission, proving that one can live in the spotlight while remaining entirely true to a private, spiritual core. From the struggle of Trenchtown to the heights of Hollywood, Ziggy Marley has proven that legacy is not something you simply inherit. It is something you earn every single day. His lifestyle is a testament to the fact that you can embrace the finest things in life while remaining true to a message of peace, love, and sustainability. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of a reggae icon, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the Celeb Insider for more exclusive looks into the lives of your favorite stars. Don't forget to click the notification bell so you never miss an update. Which part of Ziggy's lifestyle surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments below.